no knowledge of self or no knowledge of where we come from. Our history as African Americans has been so distorted and tampered with that we sometimes can't distinguish what's true or what's false. But fortunately for me, through the journey of this project and this class, I've become educated to some of my history, and my senses have been enlightened by the knowledge that I have acquired. Through my journey of the Freedom Project, I have created my own path. And to me, it's one of importance, sacrifice, nobility, and dignity. Before this project, or African American Literature 210, Mr. Asante's class, I was a lost soul with lack of self-love or knowledge of self. And I have to admit, I hated the beginnings of this class because I thought his demands were unrealistic. But as I endured the struggle given to us, I have achieved power, a type of inner power I could not have achieved in any other class. I have come to learn myself and know my history through the readings of Chinua Achebe, the slave narratives, and the one I related to the most, Their Eyes Were Watching God. I have become the snake that once was in the belly of the frog. I have realized what freedom means to me, and that it is knowing and loving who I am, and not caring and not worrying about what other people say, and embracing myself and knowing that anyone who doesn't have anything to do with me becoming a better me or a better individual does not need to be near me or with me.
Right.
Grandmother a couple of weeks ago, and she was sitting down in her home. She's 87 years old, and she's lived a long life. And as she was reflecting on the struggle that she had been through, she said, "Child, I've been through some things. I've been walking a long ways, and I've been through some things." And she was telling me about her struggle, and she was thinking about what is going on today in our world with our people. She said, it's hard that I see brothers and sisters dying, and I'm tired. And she said, "You know what? I've been in prison for a long time." She said, "I want to be free." And she looked me in my eyes and she said, "Do you want to be free?" I said, "Yeah, I want to be free." She said, "Well, you're going to have to fight for it, son, because it's not going to be given to you." She said that the struggle that we're facing is not one that's going to be easily overtaken. And you have to have strength. You have to have courage. And she epitomized that courage and strength. And so as I looked at my students, and I see courage and strength in their eyes, I see the hope of the future that we have for ourselves today. And as I look at the brothers and sisters in here, I see hope and the courage. If we're going to get free, how are we going to get free? Who's going to do it? Well, first of all, we have to look in the mirror. We have to look at ourselves and ask us, what can we do? I saw for myself that my class had a struggle, and I said, we need to figure out what are the keys to liberation. We read Willie Lynch's letter, and we read how we have been enslaved, how we have been in prison. And I wanted them to think about, well, how do we get free? What are the keys to freedom? And that's what this project was all about. It was about freedom. I don't know about you, but do you want to be free? And that's what we have to ask ourselves. Well, how are we going to get free? We've been talking for a long time. In 1976, Chancellor Williams said, we are in a state of crisis. Well, it's 2006, and we are still in a state of crisis. So how do we get free? And this is what my students have presented to you today about freedom. I thank you for coming. Question and answer session. You can ask my students any questions that you want to, that you have on your mind about what we have presented, and we have a dialogue about what they have been. So at this time, could you come to the front, please?